The waiter was still pouring when my phone vibrated against the white linen. Once, twice, a third time, longer, urgent. My mother was laughing at something my father had whispered into her ear, her hand resting lightly on his wrist. The kind of touch that pretends to be affectionate but is really proprietary. Like a signature written in skin, I lifted my glass. Red wine, expensive, heavy with oak and secrets. The message preview glowed through the screen. New login detected. Location, 2 meters away. I didn't look up. I smiled. Let the corners of my mouth rise the way they had trained me to since childhood. Soft, obedient, harmless. The smile of a son who never asks where the money goes. Who never wonders why his trust fund statements arrive late. Who never notices the way his parents' voices tighten when he mentions independence. Another vibration. Transfer initiated. My father cleared his throat. A nervous sound disguised as authority. My mother dabbed her lips with her napkin, careful not to smear the kind of lipstick that costs more than most people's rent. I sipped my wine. Slow, let it burn a line down my throat. Inside, something ancient and feral lifted its head. Not rage, recognition. I had always known this moment would arrive the way storms do. Politely announced. Already unstoppable. They thought I was here for reconciliation. A family dinner, linen, candlelight, expensive silence. They thought I still believed in the version of them that raised me. My phone vibrated again. Transfer pending approval. I locked the screen. Looked at them. Really looked. At my father's cufflinks. Paid for by a fund he told me was untouchable. At my mother's necklace, bought the same year my scholarship mysteriously fell through. They were beautiful predators, aging, careful, starving beneath their silk. You seem quiet tonight, my mother said softly. Concern, rehearsed to perfection. I'm just tired, I said. It was true. Not the kind of tired sleep fixes. The kind that comes from carrying a childhood full of locked doors and financial statements that never quite added up. The kind that comes from loving people who only understand ownership. Another buzz. Large transfer flagged. I imagined the numbers draining. Not money, illusions. For years, I told myself the missing pieces were accounting errors, bad advisors, market shifts. I told myself my parents would never hollow me out while kissing my forehead. That kind of betrayal belonged to other families. Poorer ones. Messier ones. My father raised his glass. To family, he said. I clinked mine against it. The sound was small, breakable. Glass always is. Inside my pocket, my phone pulsed like a second heart. Calm, steady, counting down. I let them finish dinner. Dessert, coffee, smiles polished like cutlery. That night, in my apartment, I opened the records I'd been quietly collecting for months. Not because I suspected them. Because trust funds don't bleed accidentally. Shell accounts braided through 3 banks. Withdrawals timed to my birthdays. Signatures copied from documents I'd never seen. My name wearing their handwriting like a stolen coat. And beneath it all, emails. My mother to a private advisor. He doesn't need to know. He has us. That should be enough. My father's reply. He's an asset, not a partner. I didn't feel heartbreak. I felt alignment, like a scope sliding into focus. I linked the next transfer to a dormant federal compliance trigger. Anti-laundering protocol. Silent. Automatic. No warning. No discretion. They initiated the drain the following week. At another dinner. Same restaurant. Same lies. My mother spoke about a villa in Tuscany. My father joked about retiring early. My phone vibrated once. Federal hold confirmed. Investigation opened. I didn't interrupt them. I folded my napkin. Did you enjoy using my name? I asked quietly. They froze. The way animals do when the forest goes mute. My father tried to laugh. What are you talking about? I placed my phone on the table. Turned the screen toward them. Account trails. Transfers. Their signatures blooming like infections. My mother's face collapsed first. Not into guilt. Into calculation failing. We did this for you, she whispered. For your future? I nodded. That's why I let it finish. My father stood. Too fast. Too loud. His chair screamed against the floor. Reverse it, he said. You can't do this to us. I tilted my head, the way he used to when I disappointed him. You already did it to yourselves. Security approached. My parents suddenly small, suddenly mortal. My mother reached for me. I stepped back. The space between us felt surgical. Clean. Permanent. I paid the bill, walked past them, didn't look back when my father started to cry. Outside, the night was quiet. No orchestra, no thunder, just breath. For the first time in my life, my money was mine. But more than that, my silence was. I blocked their numbers, changed my name on the account, left the city a month later, not to escape, to exist without being owned. Some families leave scars. Mine left documentation. I archived it. Then I deleted them, and slept without dreaming of a locked door behind my ribs. They taught me inheritance is just another word for control. I taught myself how to close the account,